Yeah, welcome back to my class again today. We are still on Python errors. So today's class, we want to look at the third error. I told you we have syntax error, logical error, and what? Runtime error. So I want to show you runtime error today. That is what we want to look at in this class. So still on what? Python errors, right? Still on Python errors. So we are going to do the third one, which is what? Runtime error. Runtime error. So what is a runtime error? This is the error that occurs at the time of executing your program, right? Now, it has gone through the passing phase. The tokens are complete. The syntax is okay. Now you run your program. Externally, something else has been introduced into the program and it caused the program to stop. That is a runtime error at the point. So analogy of this is illness in a human being. A complete human being, everything is working fine, as you can see the output. And to say it this way, there's a difference between the world and earth, or water, or fire, or air. The world is like your computer screen. The world is like your phone screen. Looking at me, this is a projection, which is what? The implementation of what? Of my class. This is not the object. This is the implementation of the class that you are looking at, right? So it's a projection onto the screen. So for you to see this actively operating this way, it means that the program is running perfectly. When there is an introduction of what? Illness, meaning the person is not able to function the way it's supposed to function, then you know there is a problem. So what do? You go to a doctor, a medical doctor, or doctor to check. The doctor will now what? Capture that error and then allow you to function your maximum capacity, right? So that is what? Runtime error. Error that occurs at the time of executing the program. It has gone through it has checked, there is no syntax error. Then it will run, and then it will throw you this error. So we are still going to use the same Varamat equation that we have been using in the last two errors to what? Execute this one, and then you will see how you see the runtime error. Okay, so we are going to define our function. Def, right? Viral mat, right? And then we supply the parameters A, B, C, and what? D. And then we'll cover it. So here, we go in, and then we'll say result, and we supply, we create our equation here. A divided by B, multiply, then C plus D. And then we say return result. Right? So this is it. Now we've created our function. So this is our function, right? Now I want to call the function. So what do? Here I will say print, and then I will call varamat, right? And I will supply 8, 2, 2, 2, right? To it. Then I want to call the function again the second time. So I will say print, right? And I will call the function again, varamat, right? And I will say 8, 0, 2, 2, right? Now, this is my program that I've written. So I've written my function. Now I'm calling the function. This first one, you tell me, this one we've seen before. This one we are seeing for the first time. So this one, when you put it into this program and you execute, in the previous script, This will give us 16, right? This one will run and give us 16. So there will be no problem, right? When you supply this parameter, 8 will go to A, 0 will go to B, 2 will go to C, 2 will go to what? D. What do you think will happen here? This will give you a runtime error. Runtime error will take place here. But the runtime error, that will not be the name. The name will be what? 0 division error. This will be the runtime error that is going to give you 0 division error, meaning you cannot divide by 0. The moment you have this 0 here, everything here will become what? 0. So you cannot divide 8 by 0. So it will give you 0 division error. At that point, your program will crash. So it will stop. The program will stop working the moment it encounters this, right? So now, when the program crashes, probably there are some other information that you needed to save. You will lose them at that point. But what if you don't want the program to crash, but you want this error to still be introduced on the screen, meaning the program will pause until you resolve it? That is what I'm going to show you in the next class, which is what? Error handling. How do you handle those errors when they occur at runtime? Right? That's what we'll be looking at in the next class. So let's go to the PyCharm and let me demonstrate this for you. This 0 division error is a built-in error in the data in the Python dictionary, the standard dictionary. So that is what you will see. And then we are going to see this in the PyCharm. We will run it. This one will execute and give you the value 16. This one will execute and it will give you runtime error, which is what? 0 division error. You cannot divide by 0. And that is coming as a result of what was introduced from outside, right? So your program will execute, but because of the parameters that you are supplying, you will encounter this error. So let's go to the PyCharm and let me demonstrate this for you to see. So this is our PyCharm. Let's demonstrate on our PyCharm the runtime error. So I'm just going to create my file and I'll call it my runtime error.py, right? Okay, runtime error. So I'm still going to use the same function to demonstrate this for you to see. Define viral math, right? And then I'm supplying A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D. I'm supplying these parameters, and then I'm going to close this. So I go in and I will say result, right? And I will say A divided by B, multiply, then parentheses, and then we'll say C plus D, right? And then here we'll say return result, right? Return result. So now I have written my program. So here now I'm going to say print. I'm going to call that function. This one, viral math. And then I will supply 8, comma 2, comma 2, comma 2, right? That is the first one. Then I'm going to call it again print. And then I'm just going to copy this, right? And then I'll put it here like this. But here, I will change it to 0. All right? So this is it. Now I'm going to execute this program. This one will give me an output, which is what? 16. While this one will give me a 0 division error. Don't forget, Python will execute the program line by line. So it will execute this first line, and it will give me an output. then to try this second one, then to throw me an error, right? So let's execute it for us to see. So you see, if I run it, let's make it. Now, you can see this first one is what is giving me this, my 16.0, which is correct. But this one is now throwing me zero division error, division by zero, right? And it's telling me where line 2 in var, line 6 in var module, right? Look at, it's telling me that this one is a problem. Because of this value that I supplied here, is causing a problem for this function. So it's also easy to detect because it's going to tell you that there is an error and this is what is causing the error. Syntax error will tell you what is causing the error. Runtime error will tell you what is causing the error, but logical error will not. So in this one now, you're also seeing that at this point now, the program will terminate until you fix it. But this program is correct. But what we are giving from outside is what is causing the problem. So how do you handle a problem like this, right? You have to handle this error. So that is what I'm going to be showing you in our next class, error handling in Python. So till we see in the next class, bye-bye.